Welcome back to Definitely Not Definitive. I'm Ken.
And I'm Bethany.
And we're just a couple of kooky, crazy kids in love that love reacting to some Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Hell yeah, we do.
Yes, we do. And so we're checking out episode 21 today. And if you want all of our reactions for this wonderful series, then check out the playlist down below in the description of this video. And if you want full uncut reactions, then check out the pinned comment for information on that.
Yeah.
All right. You ready to do this?
Ready.
Okay.
Let's do it.
You've got to stay strong. And don't you ever give up on living. I'm gonna continue to rely on you to watch my back. Don't let me down.
You ought to think about taking your own advice, Colonel, since you were the one who abandoned his post.
Hey, shut up, Havoc!
Uh-oh.
My rank, I should have my own room with a hot nurse.
And a hot nurse.
Why haven't they tried to kill us yet?
I'm important enough to try to kill again.
He killed Lust. It's not too late to kill him, so get to it.
We can use Mustang.
You mean the portal?
You don't need to worry about it.
The portal?
Father wants me to handle him.
Okay, they said father wants me to handle him, and then they show...
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's a huge misdirection. He's not.
No, I think you're right,
If
handsome.
you didn't create them.
I think you're right. So then why? To what end? World domination? Come on, so unoriginal. I'm so sick of people who want world domination.
Hey, he liked the prince.
He wasn't sure about the tiny panda.
You love
He's
the
like-
tiny panda.
He's like, no, I'm the cutest. There can be nothing else cute but me. I know. How about let's just do a sleep mask?
And I wonder if Ed and Al are eventually going to team up with the dude from Scar or whatever.
That would be interesting.
What if I've started to rot? I doubt that my body's getting any nutrients or any sleep either. So even if we get it back from over there...
It might be frozen in like stasis.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like it's on planet Earth.
Now, this is just a hypothesis, but I was thinking about the transmutation and trying to retrace our process. You remember how we mixed our blood to create a blueprint for Mom's soul? Right after that, we passed through the portal, where we were both deconstructed. But I think it's possible our spirits might have gotten tangled up in the process.
What are you saying?
I'm trying to explain that our bodies might be connected somehow, even though I'm here and your body is over there. That might actually explain why I'm so short.
He short-circuited.
It broke his brain.
That seems a little far-fetched.
Well, what's your explanation?
You don't grow because you refuse to drink your milk.
Milk does body good.
I wonder if his body could be resting from mine as well. I hope so, at least.
Make you just try.
Advance of the Fool. Good title.
We figured we should pay our respects. I definitely owe it to the Colonel. He saved me right at the last second.
I counted the number of steps it took to get to the basement under the third laboratory, and I was able to calculate the approximate location of that doorway. It's not exact since the hallway curved, but I was able to deduce a radius with the lab at the center.
That's Central Command.
It's the presidential estate, right above where we found the homunculi. Why did he kill Greed and his group if he's connected to them?
Because greed was
He slaughtered them before interrogating
that
them.
part of him. Yep.
Extreme caution is necessary at all times. And Fullmetal, watch yourself. The Fuhrer working with the homunculi. This could be bigger than I ever dreamed. I hope you're ready to work yourselves ragged.
Yeah, about that, Colonel, I think you're gonna have to count me out.
Yeah, he almost... He's paralyzed?
And I can't feel mine.
Oh no.
I hate to say it, but I'm retired.
Damn.
Oh, you poor guy.
Yeah.
I get a sinking feeling when I heard you were the person that scorched that thing. You'd incinerate him and I'd dissect what's left. I know you like to play with fire, but someone will get burnt if you push this too far.
You should have warned me earlier.
Did somebody get injured?
Yeah, severely.
He was paralyzed from the waist down.
Damn. They only let me smoke one of these a day, and I go and waste it. You know, I thought I'd retire because of a woman, but not like this.
So what happens next?
My family owns a grocery store.
Is an automeo an option?
Yeah.
The nerves in my lower spine are completely severed, and they can't make those out of steel.
I mean, you can work in the field, but like,
There's still hope for Havoc.
I don't know.
Fullmetal passed this on. Dr. Marco, huh? A medical alchemist in possession of a philosopher's stone? Well, sir, should I find him?
Yes.
Permission granted. Get going.
Save Havoc.
Oh, Major, how did you enjoy your vacation to the east?
Loose lips sink ships, Major.
The scenery was luminous and the women desirable.
Okay.
Just arrived from the Provost Marshal's office. It's an urgent bulletin for all state alchemists.
Good
heavens.
How'd it go? Did you find the basement?
There wasn't one. But I did find a trace of some hasty alchemy. It was stupid of us to think that they wouldn't seal up the entrance.
Where else are we gonna find a homunculus if we can't get down there?
Remember how they told me I was their sacrifice and they needed me alive? They're looking for alchemists that managed to open the portal and make it back out alive. But the real question is why they want to sacrifice us. We'll have to beat an answer out of them.
Edward, wait!
Like that.
Is that Sergeant Brosh? Why don't you tell me what's wrong?
You should go back to your hotel right now.
Attention all military personnel.
What is going on?
It has been verified that Scar has returned
Scar.
to Central. According to eyewitness reports, he is described as an Ishvalan with an egg-shaped scar on his forehead. Other identifiable markings include a tattoo on his right arm.
So you're saying that Scar killed Winry's parents?
I don't know for certain, but that's the way it looks.
You weren't planning on telling her, were you?
Of course not, Al. I couldn't stand to be the one to make her cry again.
Neither could I.
It's the last thing I want to do, but we have to confront Scar. But there is another.
Stop him from killing.
The homunculi.
Oh.
Sounds like a pretty big gamble to me.
Well, it's much better than doing nothing.
Oh, really?
That too.
Because Scar literally tore us apart the last.
You've gotten better.
Gotten stronger.
Yeah.
In these past few months.
What happens if the homunculi do show up?
Ooh.
Pretty much can't die.
Can't die? Was that hyperbole? Or are they actually immortal?
Why don't we lock the windows?
Well, I mean, they can die because he killed Lust.
But it sounds like these homunculi are just what we've been looking for. This could be what rescues my clan.
The intense music.
This for room service? You're damn right you owe me!
How many times I gotta get thrown out? And he's like in Indian style or whatever, like it.
Yep.
You know what? You should cancel that.
Are you planning on destroying it?
I've got your soul, brother.
Just promise you won't do anything too dangerous.
Hey, Doc, are you home?
Damn.
Taken.
Report back to base.
Well, if you'll excuse me.
Who was that?
My mother and an officer from the Veterans Council. I've decided to go ahead with my retirement. I'm not dumb enough to think I have a chance.
Doesn't want to hold out hope.
He's afraid of the hope.
False hope is what he's afraid of.
Don't you look at me like that.
Pity.
Move on already! You don't have time to worry about me! You need to think about the promise you made to General Hughes instead of pitying me!
Oh, Havoc.
Yeah.
Just let me get on with my life. I beg you.
That's so tough to see.
All right. You're cut loose. I'll leave you behind so you can catch up. I've got to keep moving, but I'll see you at the top.
He didn't even think about turning his back on me. It's not in him to abandon others. He refuses to.
He's a fool. He's not gonna make it to the top. This country will chew him up if he keeps on acting this soft.
Well, I don't know about that. This country needs a fool like that man.
Yeah.
I need you to bring me my uniform. Just go get it.
And some pain pills.
Really strong pain pills.
I'm really sorry, sir.
Well, sorry's not gonna fix my stand.
Looks like you could use some help. That's a good thing I happened to buy. Edward Elric, State Alchemist at Large.
At large.
Wow, that's amazing.
Bring attention from Scar.
Could you please help me with my broken vase?
Done.
Surprise.
Basically like a commercial for him. Nice.
That's right. I'm here to help. I'm your friendly neighborhood State Alchemist.
Tell everyone you know.
I'm Edward Elric.
I'm pretty sure everyone in Central knows my name by now.
Well, you were a little over the top.
When did you become so theatrical, Fullmetal?
Shouldn't you still be in the hospital?
Yeah.
I heard about Lieutenant Havoc. I'm sure Dr. Marco...
Hold on. People are watching us. Get in.
Dr. Marco's gone missing?
They probably took him captive. There's something else we need to talk about. I'm sure you've heard that Scar's back. So what's with the showboating? Do you want him to find you?
Maybe.
Did you forget the way he tore you apart in East City?
Ooh, sounds like you're kinda scared of Big Bad Scar.
Looks like somebody had Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
Shut your mouth, Fullmetal.
Sorry to break up
Got your invite.
You okay?
the roasting of Mustang.
Don't shoot, Lieutenant.
What? You can't be serious.
I think I might be able to catch a few fish.
We're using Brother as bait to lure out the homunculi. He's too important to them. They can't afford to just let him die.
That's crazy.
Yeah, super risky.
Insanely risky.
What if they don't get here in time to save you?
The MPs might get here before the homunculi.
But you can stop that from happening, can't you, Colonel?
So now I take orders from you, is that it? You had better plan on sharing what you catch.
Of course.
Cool.
Ooh, neat trick.
Yeah.
Come on, let's go.
Yes, sir.
Anytime now.
Hey, get out of the way! We need a clear shot!
Don't shoot!
Damn it! Everything's lost if those guys shoot Scar. How long can I keep this up?
Focus.
Hurry up, you stupid homunculi!
Attention, this is Sector 3 Patrol. We're under attack from Scar. Request immediate backup. No!
All right, on to Sector 17. This is pretty...
Let's say he's having fun with this.
He's in Sector 17? Then what about Sector 3?
He's in Sector 8 now.
What's that?
False reports in all sectors. We have reports of a fourth Scar. This is Sector 3. All streets are clear. Sector 8 requesting backup. Currently engaged with...
Well, this is gonna suck because they don't know he's a homunculi. So if he's the one that goes and saves him.
I smell the Ishvalin. He's here. I get to eat him, right? That's a strange presence. Then it's time to move.
Ooh.
Which will it be?
Ouch.
Is he gonna destroy my body or my automail?
Brother!
Ooh.
Cool shot.
Yeah.
Lucky.
He canceled out Scar's alchemy. How reckless can he get? He's got the tattoo.
Bastard. You were the one. Time to eat.
Nice.
How's it going? That is one pretty unusual body you've got there. Just how many people are inside you?
Don't bother running. I sense your presence, and I can follow it.
Then I'll just eat you now. There it is.
He's a homunculus.
So, you're able to detect his presence, are you?
Uh-oh.
Well, that's quite the nuisance. Let's take care of it.
Not fun! Run!
Shit.
No, not fun!
Oh god, they ended it like that. Damn. To end it like that, I mean, knew it was gonna be a risky strategy, for sure. And then, I mean, like, you know, the prince did want to be a part of it. He was the one that like put him and his protector, ninja protector, whatever, into this all because he's been searching, you know, for that immortality or whatever to give it to his dad. So, but I don't think they like fully understood the risks. They've never dealt with the homunculi before. And then also to be dealing with what I imagine, I think the Führer and the King is the strongest one that we've seen out of all the ones. I think Lust probably would have been the second strongest.
That's just it. So, I mean, the prince's, I guess, bodyguard is sort of terrible with names, so apologies. But the prince's bodyguard, who we're led to believe was killed at the end of this episode. At least that's the impression I'm getting. The thing is, it's King that killed her. Mm-hmm. So cat's out of the bag as far as King goes, and the prince now knows. So he
can't be left alive. Yeah.
That's just it. He has to kill the prince to maintain his cover. So a lot happened in this episode, but that was the most mind-blowing part at the end to me was either cat's out of the bag or we're going to lose Prince in a very short period of time. And I don't know, he feels a little too integral to the story. And
he was just introduced not too long ago. Like, yeah.
He's a great comic relief. So I don't know, it doesn't feel right to kill him off right now, which means everybody's going to know about King then.
Yeah, well, I mean, they kind of already started to suspect when they were looking at the map and like that kind of led to his office.
True.
So they had got a little bit suspicious and they said like, you know, it's pretty high up in the military as far as like the mole and whatnot. So there were suspicions. Mustang is just such a great guy. You know, he's the type of leader that you want, right? He's the type of person you want to follow, is someone that's just always going to do right by you and never going to give up on you, and like is I mean, cares deeply about all the people that serve under him or whatever, or serve, like I think he sees it more as like serving with him. Well, it's the military though, you know, still, and there's still rank and everything. And he even talks about how someone of his rank should have his own room and a hot nurse.
I love I love what a good guy he is and what a genuinely great leader he is. It's interesting that whole idea of, oh, you know, he's going to get chewed up and spit out and he's too soft for this world. It's such an archaic way of thinking now. There have been so many studies done in psychology and business and everywhere else where like working alongside your peers and genuinely leading them by inspiring them, by having their back, by allowing them to grow and thrive, it always leads to more success than being just the dick in charge. And so this idea that you have to be hard to be a leader and to like make decisions and climb the ranks is just so antiquated at this point. I'm glad they showed it in this because it, you know, by them saying that and then by Mustang being awesome, it disproves it. But at the same time, it was just kind of funny to hear that again.
Yeah, I mean, it's saying it because like it's only going to get harder, right? And if you worry about the losses that you have, then to use like, I don't know, like a sports term, you're going to play tight, right? And you're just going to like not be able to make what seems like ruthless decisions that might need to be made in order to beat an enemy that is ruthless. And so I think that's a little bit of it as well. And everything with Havoc was just so devastating. Yeah. We thought he was gonna die, but then like it makes sense that he was paralyzed just by like on where he was like right through his spine or whatever that Lust got him, and then just to see him like obviously not wanting to be pitied, and saying that like don't we said like it's at the time like don't give me like false hope, like just it's gonna be harder for me if you keep trying to help me when I don't think there's any possible chance to help me, and I'm gonna feel guilty about you helping me out and not doing what you're supposed to be doing, which is, getting to the bottom of this, getting the answers, getting revenge for Hughes, getting revenge for me, and making it so it wasn't all for nothing. But man, that was just really tough to see. Mustang handled that really well. He's like, fine. He's like, I'm going to go and I'm going to do what needs to be done. He's like, well, I'm not giving up on you.
Yeah. I mean, for Havoc, they did such a great job, I feel like, with his scenes and sort of him kind of trying to go through this world and accept the new reality, like having to hear the plans that his colleagues are making, sitting there realizing that he can't help them, which I agree with Mustang. Like I don't think, even if transmutation and surgery can't bring his legs back, which I'm not convinced that's the case, but even if it were to be, he is still a member of the team. He still has worked with them, has intelligence in this field. Like there's probably other ways he can contribute, even if it's not doing like the kind of grunt field work that requires all physical limbs to be in good working order. But to see him kind of like having to sit there and listen to this, and instead of being in denial, then to kind of like pivot to total acceptance of like, my life is over.
Yeah.
In fairness to him, trying to make the best of it, like, well, my family does a grocery store, I guess I can answer calls. Like, you could see he's as like emotionally devastating this was as something like this would be. He was trying to find a way to soldier on despite it and like figure out what his life would look like. But then it gets to him and he like freaks out at Mustang in that way, and you just go like, oh yeah, you need to do that. You're gonna need to like have a big cry. You're gonna need to like, I don't know, punch your fist through a wall. Like you've been given a devastating piece of news that's altered your life. And so being the good soldier and soldiering on is great, but like you're just suppressing all that, which is going to come out at some moment. And it did with Mustang.
Yeah. So confirmed, that Scar killed Winry's parents. So when she finds out about that, and now both don't want to tell her, and it's like they said, they don't want to make her cry, but you can't withhold that information at the same time. Once it's confirmed, once you gotta tell her, and it's just not looking forward to that.
It's so interesting right now that, so like the whole plot that's unfolding with using the homunculi to protect Ed so that Ed can go after Scar, as the audience, you're sitting here going like, I mean, who's the bigger bad guy? Who's the bigger threat? Like, Scar is terrible, and he killed Winry's parents, and like, we want to, yes, end him in whatever fashion, like bring to justice, whatever that means in the story. At the same time, like, here are the homunculi who have infiltrated the highest ranks of the government, and they're not doing it with altruistic intentions. So I do really enjoy how they are kind of letting the plot unfold in this with some really significant threats, just in very different ways.
Yeah. So to attack Scar to bring the homunculi out, okay, but then you got to extract yourself from this fight with Scar and get the homunculi. It's not gonna be easy. I guess though, once the homunculi are there, then they can call in the reserves or whatever, like the military, because like right now they're distracting the military, trying to keep them out of there. But like once they can try to get the homunculi, then they can have someone that can occupy Scar. I just feel like this is eventually going to go where they're fighting side by side. I don't know for how long. It's like I don't think it's going to like necessarily end happy like with Scar and they're going to like be friends. But I think there is going to come a point where Ed and Al are going to be fighting alongside Scar against probably like the homunculi and other threats. Yeah, that's just a prediction.
The thing with Ed's plan right now is like it's on that line between crazy and brilliant. If it had worked the way he intended it to work and everything went off without a hitch, it would be brilliant. But the ending of this episode we've already seen that is not going to be the case. And so now it's just a question of like how far do the chips fall on the other side? Like how far into crazy does this plan become the more it starts to unravel and fall apart?
Yep.
Interesting theory about Ed and Al's body.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It'll be fascinating to find out where that ultimately goes. But as Ed was thinking about it, and his poor brain broke when he had to confess to being short. That was all entertaining, and you could see it kind of was coming off as like, I don't know, maybe wishful thinking as to why Ed wasn't taller, and like here was a good excuse to kind of justify that. But then Al's thought process jumps in with like, well, actually, my brother does tend to sleep a lot. And like, I wonder if he's
sleeping for the both of us.
Sleeping for two bodies. Which then I'd be curious, like, does he eat for two bodies as well? Like, I'd be curious, like, how far that thread goes down. But it did make it seem like maybe there is something to that, which then God help us if anything happens to Ed's body.
Yeah.
Because it seems like that would then possibly sever any hope of Al's body returning.
A lot of questions.
Yeah.
Let us know what you thought about this down below in the comments. And thanks so much for checking out our reaction for Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. But just keep in mind
that our reaction is definitely not definitive.